Battle-borne lithium battery upgrade. 2022 Airstream Basecamp 20X. This trailer has the factory-installed solar package and a power converter compatible with lithium. The Battle-borne GC2 is an easy swap. Before you get started, flip all circuit breakers to off and remove the two 15-amp fuses for the lights. Those are the two fuses just above the 1-amp fuse for the LP gas detector. To access the battery compartment, remove the dinette seat and the panels covering the batteries. Remove the support posts and the screws holding the seat to the wall brackets. This is a fairly straightforward process, so I don't show the actual steps. These images show the brackets under the seat, the support posts, and the underseat splice board. For the 3 brackets, only remove the screws attached to the seat bottom. For the 2 support legs, remove the 3 screws at the floor. Remove the screws on the board connecting the 2 seat halves. I only removed the seat section covering the battery compartment. This quick video shows everything removed. Notice that I left the brackets for the seat installed and only removed the seat section above the battery box. This seat section has 3 brackets. The bracket closest to the bathroom was not attached to the wall. Remove the positive and negative cables from the battery box lid. Remove the air vent hose by loosening the hose clamp. Notice that the battery cables are color-coded on the box for the positive, red to red. Remove the positive and negative cables from the lid of the battery box and set the lid aside. You will not reuse these 2 cables, as the post-end connectors do not fit the Battle-borne GC2 batteries. These batteries are wired in parallel to create a 12-volt system, positive to positive and negative to negative. The cables that run from the batteries to the battery box lid must be replaced with cables with lugs versus the post connectors. Some people recommend that you remove the table and the entire dinette bench for easier access. I found I could leave the table and still had plenty of room. I prefer not to remove any items than necessary, but that is a personal preference. One issue I found was that the hole in the floor where the cables pass through was not sealed. As a result, the trailer got very dusty when traveling down remote roads in Utah. Before I finished the job, I used spray foam to seal the hole and another hole I found in the back corner of this compartment. These batteries are 10.31 inch tall. The original AGM batteries are 9.25 inch tall. That extra inch makes the fit a little tight with the cables installed and the lid installed. It does fit, but I would recommend a small spacer under the lid to raise it slightly. A strip of wood from a 1x4 is more than enough. I decided against the heated version of these batteries to save several $100s. I don't camp in the winter, so the extra expense didn't make sense. The cable connection is exactly the same as the original configuration, negative to negative and positive to positive. The Battle-borne batteries have lug connections instead of posts, so the cables leading from the batteries to the lid must be replaced. I jumped ahead to the end, as wiring the batteries is simple, and I put everything together. I cleaned up my foam sealant mess before closing everything. Lithium batteries normally do not require venting as they don't generate excessive gases. I decided to use the lid and the vent hose. You should do your own research to decide what works best for you. Once everything is together, the last thing to do is to switch the LI and LA switch on the power converter to LI for lithium. The LI position ensures the power converter is properly configured to charge the battery. The power converter is located behind the cover on the power center. The switch is very small and does not move very far. The user manual was not very helpful with this particular information, but there is a sticker on the front of the power center for my 2022 Basecamp 20X.